Hello and welcome to another episode of One Fall WrestleCast Live. Tom and I have plenty of things that we'd like to discuss with you today, including we have a new women's AEW champion. Braun Breaker has done some significant damage to possibly his career. Bianca Belair is in the news. Plenty of other things. We got a lot to talk about. Looking forward to it. We'll catch you on the other side. Welcome to the One Fall WrestleCast.
One fall karate.
What's up, dude?
So hard to do this. Not so. I didn't tell you this, but we dug out an Xbox 360. Damien and I did because we were off today because it was President's Day, and we did not do anything to honor the President of the United States. But in fact, we resurrected an Xbox 360, which is hard as shit to take apart. By the way, they make those shells on there so that you cannot get them off. We looked it up. We still broke all the tops and bottoms, but it's okay because I did get it back together. I had to take out the disk drive, take apart the disk drive. That was easy. And then had to get the rubber band that makes the mechanism go, and I had to boil it. And then once I put it all back together, it worked.
Hell yeah.
It took like an hour and a half to do, but because it was like Jesus Christ, it must be the most difficult, other than I guess the Switch because it's teensy. But it's impossible, not impossible, but a very difficult system to take apart and put back together. Getting it back together wasn't as bad as getting it apart. I definitely lacerated myself at least once, but it worked. By Jove, it works.
Hell yeah.
So resurrected it. I'm sure you.
Today.
I could see it looks fresh on the sides. I'm sure your Xbox 360 has a broken disc tray.
Yeah, I got rid of.
Yeah. Well, I didn't. I stuck it in a box and stuck it in Damien's closet because he was like, "No, Dad, don't get rid of it." So 3 years later, we dug it out and fixed it because we had a day off.
I got rid of my hair.
You did? In the back there? Where'd you get rid of it? On the sides? How much longer was it?
He took like 6 inches off of it.
Was that? That's right. It was long. Very looked like an upstanding job.
It was a lot.
Yeah, it was pretty long. It's still pretty long, but I trimmed my beard too. I took about
what is happening? There we go.
So you didn't freeze on my end. I took about an inch off my beard too. So see how extra gray it is down here.
Sorry, I had a very unfortunate evening at the local taco spot that I frequent quite often. They were trying to celebrate President's Day by sending me to federal prison, I think.
El Presidente's Day.
As much tequila as they gave me. So I ordered my normal margarita. And they brought it out and they put it down and the shit was like clear. I was like,
they dusted it with some margarita mix.
That's not good. And I took a drink of it, and I was right. That wasn't good. Wasn't good. I ended up pouring a half a glass of water into it just to make it palatable. To which a couple of the other servers saw me do, and then my server promptly brought me and my wife a shot of tequila each. To which my wife said, "I'm not taking that."
I hope it was nice. I hope it was nice tequila.
we can't we can't leave these on the table because this is. So I added one to my already ridiculously strong margarita. Um, and then I took the other one. Um, yeah, no, not great, not great.
You're gonna feel that tomorrow. Tequila hurts.
And then we added some of the boys' lemonade to said margarita. Um,
You popped actually with that, by the way.
and then
You laughed out loud.
I drank it down a little bit more. And then I asked for the bill, and then I got the bill, and then I received this little guy.
To go cup.
Which is a still extremely strong margarita. And like I'm not a lightweight,
No.
Not by to my lightweight. But, I was just trying to have a nice, calm, quiet dinner with my family, and yeah, me amigos, they had other plans, so.
El Grande Americano decided to celebrate El Presidente's Day.
Shout out to the old local taco spot that sees me coming a mile away and just loves getting me fucked up. So, yeah.
Sounds like good friends to me. I mean, you can curse their name tomorrow morning, but I mean, you won't be there, so you're not there.
I'm good. I think I've processed most of it. I'm ready for bed now. It's just one of those things. But we'll muddle through this, and I'll be there soon enough. So, if anybody was wondering why we started late, that's why. Because I was struggling for my life south of the border, eating tacos and drinking tequila. So, yeah.
Was it nice tequila at least? Were they giving you at least Cuervo 1800, or was it
no.
Bottom shelf?
No.
Fingernails gonna hurt in the morning. Okay.
Gotcha. No, they definitely gave me the kind of tequila that they write off at the end of the year as a business expense.
Yeah, $12 special. All right, yeah, we just pour that shit in the glass. It'll be fine.
So yeah, so there's that. So fun little fact. Trey Miguel did from the Rascals. Had just said that Disney had sent them a cease and desist order over their Buzz Lightyear ring gear that they were to TNA's 2024 Slammiversary pay-per-view. Disney don't fucking play no games, do they?
No, they do not. I'm surprised. Did they send Alexa Bliss one too? Because she had Buzz Lightyear gear a few years ago. I don't think I heard about that, but also hers was a little more subtle than maybe the Rascals were. The Rascals were not particularly subtle as far as their gear was concerned. But Disney doesn't mess around. That's not even doesn't even scratch the surface. Disney made somebody a kid died and they put Mickey Mouse on his tombstone, and Disney's lawyers made them take the tombstone down. That's how fucking cool these people are. They apologized after the fact. They're like, "Oops, sorry, we were just doing our jobs." It's like, oh, okay, that's what you're going with the Nuremberg defense. All right.
Yeah, man, I don't necessarily know that you mess around with Disney too much. Seems like they're quite the stickler for their IP. Which you don't build a multi-trillion-dollar business around a mouse and not be a stickler about your IP.
Yeah, I guess you gotta pay respects to the mouse. Make sure to dot all the I's and cross all the T's.
Did you see that shit? Better be sending them a fucking letter.
Those motherfuckers out here
fucking around with my intellectual property. Motherfuckers.
Fucking Buzz Lightyear. Fuck them. to infinity in their bank accounts, motherfuckers.
Somebody better take care of this shit right away. Oh,
Grab his feet, goof. Go to Mick. Take his wallet.
I don't know. I saw that little blurb today. I thought that was interesting way to start.
That's hilarious, is what it is. I'm not surprised, but it'll like on a TNA show and the Rascals like that's impressive. They do not they don't let anything go. They found you. They found him.
Oh, I'm gonna sit down here. After a long day of being, leading the Musketeers. Oh, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna watch Slammiversary. Oh,
that's exactly what happened.
What the fuck is this shit? Somebody get this! Can't even goddamn sit down and enjoy a wrestling show. Oh, fucking assholes.
Stealing my intellectual properties.
Taking money right out of my fucking pocket. Oh, I don't have any pockets in these pants, but it's a theoretical pocket. Oh. Yeah, Disney don't fucking play.
No, they do not.
In the slightest. Not even in the slightest. So
they might get us for that Mickey Mouse for that imitation.
Yeah, whatever. Fuck them. We don't make any money.
Can't get blood from a stone.
Yeah, it'd be like trying to pull fucking Excalibur from the stone.
I couldn't do that at Disney World either.
No, I couldn't either. I was hammered drunk though. I just didn't. I wasn't pure of heart to try to.
I tried at like 8 in the morning.
I tried it at like 9 at night, 10 at night. It was dark and it was after the fireworks, and that was our Epcot day, and I had drank the world. And then we went to Magic Kingdom, and I said, "Oh, look at this! Oh.
I got." I wonder how often that people break that mechanism in there, because it's not. It just never actually comes out. But I wonder how many like big strong guys or like a couple guys come out there and just and because you're not supposed to do that with stuff that works on a mechanism that comes up. I wonder if it's been broken and how many times.
I think that there's like a spotter that sits in the one of the room windows across the courtyard there, and they're just like, here we go, I'll click the button. Have at it, little guy.
Yeah. The big guy tries to pull it, and then the little guy goes up and click. That's probably what happens.
That seems logical to me.
Hopefully.
Hey, so our bitter friend Bret Hart has been quoted this week.
Oh, good. It's not even Christmas. What are we doing?
Talking about his good longtime pal Vince McMahon.
Oh no. Again?
Yep. He said it's like
ask Bret this, or did he just volunteer this information?
I don't know what the context of the interview question was. I just have the quote.
Okay.
And we were off and running, and I didn't have time to like read the article. But I feel like this ought to get you going. So I screenshotted it, and here we are. No context. Bret Hart on Vince McMahon. It's like Jeffrey Dahmer, Harvey Weinstein, or Jeffrey Epstein. Vince McMahon will be a joke.
What? All right. So first of all the people on that Epstein list and were on that island, and they kept meticulous records, I tell you what, you know who did not show up on there? Vince McMahon. Not to say that Vince was a saint or anything, but I from my understanding, Vince wasn't into kids.
No, he liked 20-something girls, not.
Yeah, he liked big titty blondes is what he liked. So there was that. And he liked pooping on their heads. They're 30. So
that's good shit, pal.
Good shit, pal. So while I don't necessarily disagree, I'd say that with with Mr. Hart on this one because I do think that Vince was a slimy dude and continues to be a slimy dude. But at the same time, you know, I don't know that you can compare him to a guy with a child sex slave island directly. I feel like that dilutes the whole island part of it. Like Vince was more doing this shit like during his lunch break because the man never stopped working. He didn't dedicate an island to it. That's I think so I would hesitate to be like, oh, it's exactly the same because I hate making comparisons to like greater evils to lesser evils. You know what I mean? Although we have gone on record saying it, thank God that Vince McMahon decided to conquer pro wrestling and not the world because quite frankly, we would all be conquered under one Vincent Kennedy McMahon if he had decided to do that. Except he would have done it with force, strength, and grapefruits and genetic jackhammering or something.
But, the genetic jackhammer.
But it was, I did see that quote directly, and I thought, I was like, Brett, who is like what? I thought you were cool with Vince. Like I thought they made up, they hugged. Brett got inducted into the Hall of Fame. He got a little, WWE run. He got to punch Vince McMahon in the face on television. Like I thought they all made amends, and now he's Weinstein and Epstein and all these guys. He's a joke.
Well, it's because Triple H treated him bad at SummerSlam. That's probably why.
Oh, right. He showed up to SummerSlam and he didn't have a seat or something like that.
Yeah, didn't have a seat. They didn't roll out the red carpet for him.
Right. Because he's the hitman. I mean, he's the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. At this point, I feel like it's almost like he's doing this in kayfabe, right? Like, just like every 3 months, like, Brad, it's time to say something incendiary about WWE or somebody within WWE, just something like you got to get your name out there. And you're like, all right, what do we got? What do we think about it? Vince McMahon. Let's liken him to what's in the news today. Epstein files. Bingo. Vince McMahon was I almost called him Charlie Epstein. He was Jeffrey Epstein. There we go. That's what we're going with this time. Like, Brett, don't you think that's a little lazy? No. It's right on topic. Boom. Hit the tweet. And here we are talking about it again.
I mean, you're not wrong. I feel like
it's once a quarter.
Yeah, once a quarter. Yeah, that's probably fair. Probably fair.
It was probably right before Thanksgiving last time, I'd say. Right as the holidays started rolling in. Yeah, so we're February now, about once a quarter. We'll hear something from him probably 2-3 months from now. We'll say something else.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe pick on Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll say he saw Triple H blowing Shawn Michaels next time. Maybe that's what's coming next. We can clip this if that's what he says, and we can like say, see, Tom already called this, or Brett watches the show. Either way, that's probably what we're gonna hear in a couple months.
So I don't know, man. I feel like Brett's just got to get out there. He's got to make his thing. Got to make his rounds. Got to do his thing. Got to make sure that he, just gets paid.
He reminds us that he's here and he's still a hater.
That's it.
Never changed, Brett.
So I did a thing this week that I've not done in a couple of months.
What that?
I watched AEW Dynamite.
Me too. I mean, I've done it more recently than a couple months, but it was a good show.
A pretty good show. A couple things I didn't agree with, namely Tommaso Ciampa losing to Kyle Fletcher.
That was a hell of a match, but I saw it coming. As soon as I heard that was the next match, I was like, they're gonna beat him already? Like, he just got here. He just won it. So
yeah,
we'll see if that makes him the most recent shiny toy in the box of shiny toys that nobody plays with.
I mean, maybe Tony Khan just was like, you know what? this went over so well. We're just gonna put this on Kyle Fletcher, and then we'll put Tommaso right in the main event world championship picture.
Yeah, okay. I mean, you know what? Ciampa versus MJF, I would actually love to see, both on the mic and in the ring. I have a feeling I'm not gonna see it so fast, but I would love to see it. MJF versus Brody King Part 2, I thought was fantastic, though. What a good match. No, that happened on Saturday.
Yeah.
I'm confusing so I didn't watch the whole pay-per-view. I just watched, because it's like they're always like 6 hours long, but I watched like the parts I was interested in the next day. So yesterday, and it was also pretty good. So I feel like we talk about this all the time, and every time we end up doing this, it's like right leading into an AEW pay-per-view, and like leading into it's like, man, they had a great Dynamite, and then they have a cool pay-per-view, and then like the Dynamite the week after just fucking sucks. So,
yeah, it's like when they come out of their pay-per-views, like they don't ever have any ammunition. It's like just there wasn't enough cocaine to get that next episode on paper.
Yeah, it just doesn't work out, and it's like and then it's back to like that next episode of Dynamite is almost to like, because like you want to watch it because you want to be like, oh, maybe they're gonna follow this up, and maybe this is really the where they keep that momentum that they had and they take it to the next level, and it's just like, and then they start back, and then they have to build right back up again for the next month before it's back to even close to the level that it was at when they finished the pay-per-view. And it's like, you guys can't keep, like, you're doing this. You can't keep doing this. Like, we gotta go build it a little more for more than a month. It's gotta go. It can't just go. So hopefully I am going to watch on Wednesday because I'm intrigued, and I'm hoping that they follow it up well. There's a lot of things in the mix that could be cool. It just, we'll see what happens if it actually shows out on Wednesday, or if it just starts back at this, like, an impromptu 6-man tag match, which is actually how Raw started tonight. I'm not just saying that, pulling it out of my ass. I do have to say that after watching Dynamite, I watched it on Thursday during the day. After watching Dynamite, SmackDown was terrible this week.
Yeah, it wasn't great. I mean, speaking of impromptu fucking multi-man tag, we got a 10-man of fucking need to get paid on the fucking show.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess SmackDown's 3 hours long now, but oh boy, it was a drag. Anyway, we're not done talking about Dynamite because something else important happened on Dynamite. Then we can talk about how shitty SmackDown was. Statlander,
yeah,
in a strap match where she bled like a stuck pig, lost to Thekla in a match that I at no point did I expect Thekla to beat Chris Statlander. I thought Statlander was their number one. I'm like, they're not going to beat her on a Wednesday. Like, Statlander's going to pull this out. She's already the one with the crimson mask. Like, they love to do this. This is for the.
Well, I mean, Statlander did say this past week too that she doesn't understand what all the uproar is about women bleeding in wrestling because they bleed once a month anyways.
Her on the mic has gotten a lot better. She's come a long way from booping people. Boop. Remember when she was an alien? Boop.
Yeah.
She's come a long way from that. But I mean, I thought that was a great match too. I wasn't expecting them to put it on Thekla, but color me surprised. I'm a sucker for a title change, and we got 2 in one program. So they were pandering to me. I can't not say, hey, great job, AEW. You pandered to me. I appreciate it. Although you did beat a guy that I like in his second match after you put a title on him on the first match. So, I mean, not really seeing the logic there, but I can't argue with the wrestling. It was fun. Blind squirrel finds a nut every now and then.
Right? I mean, that's it. So, but yeah, man, I mean, looking at the 2 shows, like you said, there was some and as somebody that's not watched AEW in several months, at least start to finish in one sitting, and actually just enjoy the show. It was 100% the superior show to Friday Night SmackDown.
Man, SmackDown was a rough watch, and I think SmackDown was, and not to even and I know Braun Breaker's on Raw, but I think his injury is really what tossed up SmackDown, because I do think, because we talked about this beforehand, Breaker didn't win the Rumble because a dominant elimination chamber match was going to do more for him. That seemed like it was going to be in the cards. But then he went and got hurt before they even started the qualifier matches. And they were like, shit, what do we do now? Because, this is a WrestleMania thing. We got to do somebody WrestleMania versus Drew. And, man, it looks like they basically hung Sami Zayn and who the fuck was he else in the ring with? And it doesn't matter anyway. It looks like they hung Sami Zayn out to dry just to feed and Jacob Fatu. Sami Zayn and Jacob Fatu. Sorry, guys, you're not even in the chamber match. Fucking Cody, right back to the match. Probably going to win it just so that they can have a marquee guy, going for both titles. They already got Roman and Punk. That's money. Put that. That's night 2. That's the main event. All right, we need a night 1. Men's championship match. I guess fuck it. Let's go, Drew and Cody again. So I guess it's an old standby, but at the same time, man, I assume they'll let Drew win and carry it. But I can't tell you how not excited I'll be if Cody wins the Elimination Chamber match. That'll be the wet fart of.
Well, I mean, the word on the street is that we're going to get Cody versus Jacob Fatu at WrestleMania. But there's a lot going on with the WrestleMania card behind the scenes, and we will get into that conversation here in a little while. But I think that those problems were evident on this week's SmackDown specifically.
Yeah.
With where we're at on that. It's not good, man. It's really, really not good.
I mean, they got a lot of injuries they're dealing with, and I think they're just trying to fill hole. It's like a life raft full of holes, and they're just trying to plug holes. And when they plug one hole, another one, whoosh, it's like a Popeye cartoon. So he's sitting there with his fingers in all these holes, and more holes are popping up. More people, hands are falling off, and people are getting surgery, and people aren't back yet. And we got masked men that are played by different men every week. And it's, I don't know that they know at this point who's going to be under that mask.
I don't know that they know what they're going to fucking do for the biggest show of the year right now. And I think that is a big fucking problem.
I think they're praying that a lot of people feel a lot better by April, and that they can surprise a lot of people with people who've been hurt for a few months.
Yeah, but unfortunately, surprises don't sell tickets.
They do
and
not.
Surprises don't fucking increase pay-per-view buy rate. And again, we can get into all of that here in a little bit. I don't want to run down that rabbit hole. One thing though that I would like to run through, and I think that this is the first time that you and I have not dedicated an entire show to this topic.
The Meltsies.
Meltzermania Awards.
Meltzermania.
I'm going to start at the bottom of this list that I pulled off of Reddit. And I'm going to just go through 5 or 6 of these, and I'm going to keep going. You stop me when you're ready to stop me.
Okay.
And then
we'll
just
thumbs
pick
up or thumbs down. If it's if it's thumbs down, I'll have something to say. If it's thumbs up, we can keep moving.
Worst television show, NXT.
Oh, what the fuck? What are they watching? I'm sorry. Is Collision not on that list? The fucking abysmal shit that's going on in New Japan. New Japan has been hobbled by fucking. I guess they don't really have a television show on American television. But New Japan is fucking hobbled. Has nobody seen a TNA show? Because I mean, those aren't good. NWA still has a show that sucks.
Power.
I mean, NXT is fucking good. Like NXT, if anything, is as consistent as ever.
Worst gimmick, heel John Cena.
It was fine. It wasn't even close to the worst. It was like the worst one in WWE.
Best gimmick, timeless Tony Storm.
It was like 4 years in a row. Yeah, I mean, it's hard for me to argue that because I do.
No,
like
you're a mark for sure.
I know.
Worst promotion of the year, WWE.
Okay, yeah, because New Japan exists. Fucking TNA still exists. I mean, CMLL still exists.
Worst
AAA,
feud of the year. Worst feud of the year, Anthony Bowens versus Max Caster.
That sucked balls. I'm not gonna. I mean, it wasn't good.
Worst match of the year, John Cena versus Cody Rhodes.
Not even close. The end was bad, but the match itself was great.
Best non-wrestler, Don Callis.
Fucking hate Don Callis. Fuck Don Callis.
So then that's a thumbs up for you then.
Okay, fine.
You're supposed to hate him. So like he's doing his job.
Yeah, he is. Fuck him.
Rookie of the year, Suri Yamaoka. I don't know. No comment.
Yeah,
Most disgusting promotional tactic of the year, WWE bringing back Brock Lesnar.
Must have been a weak category.
Well, I mean, it's always WWE doing business with Saudi Arabia, so I mean, at least it's something new this year.
Yeah, it's a weak category for them.
Best wrestling maneuver, Hangman's buckshot lariat.
No, but okay.
Worst major wrestling show, WWE Redluza.
Okay, that sucked. That was a garbage show, especially with all the hype they put. That one's fine. I'll go with that.
Best major wrestling show, AEW All In 2025.
I watched it. It was way too long. I don't know about all that.
Oh, here we go. This one, these two are gonna really fucking fire you up. Worst television announcer, Booker T.
First of all, does he watch Dynamite on mute? Because I usually do. Excalibur has gotten no better. Tony Schiavone at least shuts up a little more. He's not just happy to be there all the time. He just doesn't say much. I never thought I'd miss JR on AEW television, but good Lord, do I miss JR on AEW television. Excalibur continues to be the biggest mark, the worst. He steps on people just to yell the names of moves. It's fucking baffling, and his voice sucks. He sucks. I'm sorry. Booker T's not great, but Excalibur sucks.
Best television announcer.
Go ahead.
Bryan Danielson.
What did he call, like 4 matches this year? Get fucked. Get fucked all the way. He doesn't even count. Bryan Danielson.
The Danny Hodge Memorial Award, which is a non-heavyweight MVP, goes to Mystico.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, I don't care, but it's fine.
Best flying wrestler, Mascara Dorada.
Don't even know who that is.
Best
technical not giving it to Javon Evans seems like a crime to me.
Best technical wrestler, the Bryan Danielson Award, Zack Sabre Jr.
Isn't he the only other person that's won it besides Bryan Danielson?
Yes.
It's the Bryan Danielson / Zack Sabre Jr. Award, who we give to Bryan Danielson or Zack Sabre Jr. every year. Get fucked. It's a stupid award.
The Bruiser Brody Award for Best Brawler, Jon Moxley.
Oh, God. After he almost killed the promotion. Is that what he brawled, the fucking promotion?
Most overrated.
It better be Jon Moxley.
4 letters, 1 word. Yeet.
Overrated?
Jey Uso.
Okay.
Overrated.
He sells all the t-shirts, but sure, whatever. Everybody, other than like Stone Cold in the late 90s, I don't know that I've seen more Yeet shirts than anything else.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I've seen a lot of Yeet shirts.
Most underrated, the Beast Mordos.
It's because he stinks. He's not any good. He wears a
He's
hat.
underrated. He's the most underrated.
Yeah,
Is he the most underrated because Mercedes Moné fucking spent a bunch of money to get him on there with her $99 OnlyFans text line?
Yes, that's exactly why.
Feud of the year, Jon Moxley and Hangman Page.
I mean, I did watch it. It was okay. It was only good because Mox finally lost. Like, it was a relief. It was like, you ever have to shit so bad and you finally make it to the toilet and just unload? That's what it felt like. The rest of it was shit cramps.
North American MVP, Jon Moxley.
No. Wrong. Anybody else could have been ahead of him and it would have been fine.
Oh, I'm sorry. U.S. Canadian MVP, Jon Moxley.
Mm-hmm.
The Mexican MVP was Mystico.
Right, because AAA and whatever, they should have given it to El Grande Americano. They should have given it not specified. That would have been better. That would have been funny, but they didn't.
The most charismatic, John Cena.
I mean, hard to argue that.
Most improved, Harley Cameron.
I could agree with that.
Best interview, Hangman Adam Page.
No. Not even the best interview in AEW.
Best weekly TV show.
Oh, I bet it's Dynamite.
It's Dynamite.
Oh, okay. This is for 2025. Dynamite had 50. There were 52 Dynamites in 2025. 50 of them were complete dog shit. They've been better and more consistent in 2026. 2025 was not their year.
Tag team of the year.
It only ever goes to the Young Bucks or FTR, so which one is it? Oh, of course. It goes to the Young Bucks. Of course. Forget that fucking, I don't know, Javon Evans and Leon Slater were just fucking killing it this year. So we're, oh my God, at the beginning of 2025, Gargano and Ciampa and the SmackDown tag division was on fire for like the first 6 months of the year. What did the Young Bucks weren't even there for most of the year.
They were there. They were just in that like clown gimmick and, like coming out with no music and
yeah. And they didn't wrestle. I guess they liked the gimmick.
Best booker.
Tony Khan, I assume.
Tony Khan.
Great. I mean, he only lost half of his audience that he had halved the year before. Good job. Way to sell tickets, Tony. Way to have a hard time filling middle school gyms.
Promotion of the year.
I'm sure it's AEW. This is all
CMLL.
Oh, who is affiliated with AEW, right? And they gave Mercedes half those belts, so they put
promoter of the year. Salvador Luderoff
from CMLL.
CMLL.
Yeah.
Best box office draw.
I mean, it's Cena, right? Because he sold all the tickets.
It was John Cena.
I mean, that's like we can figure that out mathematically, right? That's a number. That's not a like. Well, in my opinion, no. That's like there's a number and it's John Cena.
Match of the year.
I couldn't even tell you.
Kenny Omega versus Gabe Kidd.
Huh? I didn't see it. Maybe it was fantastic, but I don't think anybody talked about it either. So I'm going to go with no. Probably not.
Most outstanding wrestler.
This just feels like something they want to give to Kyle Fletcher or yeah, I'm going to go with Kyle Fletcher. That's my final answer.
Takeshita.
Takeshita. Huh. I actually really like him.
I don't mind him. I don't mind him.
That just seemed to me to be something that they were like, they've been really high on Kyle Fletcher. They're just gonna give it to him.
And then the Lou Thez Ric Flair Award, which is the Wrestler of the Year.
I don't know. Is there any women getting any rewards here?
Harley Cameron got Most Improved.
Right. Okay.
And then the women's MVP was Saya Kamatani.
From Japan, I assume.
Yeah, I'm assuming Japan. So the Lou Thez Ric Flair Award, Wrestler of the Year. Any guesses?
I can tell you who it's not. It's not John Cena. It's not going to be Jey Uso. Jeez, they certainly didn't give it to Brock Lesnar. I don't know who.
Mystico.
Who did Mystico pay off to win so many awards? Because we're talking about a dude who was
Well,
on
I mean,
TV.
he did work with MJF this in 25.
Right. But like, I mean, he wrestled matches. I'm not going to say he didn't. But like, did anybody care? Felt like every time he showed up, the crowd went mild. Everybody but Dave, apparently, and his followers.
Yeah.
Was Mystico was Sin Cara?
Yes.
The bad Sin Cara.
I actually have a Mystico mask.
Or was Mystico the good Sin Cara? The one that didn't fuck up?
I don't know if you can see it back there.
I mean, I think I've seen it. I think you've showed it to me. But I mean, he was the good Sin Cara, right? Am I right?
Yeah, I think he was the good Sin Cara.
He was the good Sin Cara, not the one that fucked up all the time. He was the good one.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, he's a good wrestler.
The one with the tattoo, with the big tattoo, like that.
Yeah, I think that's the second Sin Cara, the one that doesn't fall and break his neck almost every week.
Yes.
The first one was, man. They joke about that in interviews. Still, it's like the second Sin Cara, not the first one that screwed up all. It was the second one. I mean, good for him, I guess, but that's like, I don't know. That'd be like giving it to who was a match every week on Raw, LA Knight. I mean, that actually probably would have been a better call, giving it to LA Knight. Who doesn't win shit but wrestles every week? I don't know.
Nathan Frazier.
Nathan Frazier. He's out. He's out there every Friday, going real fast. Nathan Frazier, maybe Otis. Otis was out a lot. No, he wasn't. Not in 2025. That's this year. They're going to give it to Otis this year.
I doubt it.
No, yeah, they're definitely not going to give it to Otis.
He'll probably be worst gimmick of the year.
It's the same gimmick. It's the same gimmick he's had. It's him and Tozawa. Alpha Babes.
Hey, babe.
Not giving Most Improved to Maxine Dupree. I mean, I like Harley Cameron. Don't get me wrong, but I really thought she sort of came into her own in 2024 with the puppets and the guitar, and that was all the year prior. She was great. This year, she like wrestled a bunch and didn't do as much other stuff. Like her wrestling, she wrestled plenty in 24 too. I liked her skits and things. Her wrestling's fine, but it's like that's not her strength. Like, you know, they made Jim Cornette wrestle sometimes too, but like, and he was fine at it, but nobody paid to see him wrestle. They paid to give him the microphone and piss everybody off, and then they paid to see him get his ass kicked after he pissed everybody off for a couple months.
Correct. So, like I said, I think this is the first time in the history of our show that we have not done an entire show around the Meltzer Awards.
Because this year is worse than like, it's laughable. It's like they picked so many, like, it was like AEW good, WWE bad. Okay. Great.
It wasn't good, dude. I mean, they definitely were not, Yeah, very. And I think that you said it best, right? It's like this is the first, and I feel like we say this every year that we go through these, but like this was very, very anti WWE this year.
Yeah, like what? I guess Hunter probably is at this point fed him too much bullshit that like he's just mad at the company as a whole because like he can't properly dirt sheet WWE anymore like he does it. So he's just all in on AEW. Like, he can't properly leak backstage information. He got all those guys. All those guys got found out and fired. The only information he ever gets now is stuff that's complete and total bullshit. Um, and then he's the fourth one to break the news after like Sean Ross Sapp or somebody else. So it's not, and he's just reporting what other people are reporting. He just tries to get on as quickly as he can. Once he sees SRS say something about it. So I don't know, man. It sounds like he's got a bug up his ass for the company that managed to make him who he is for 40 years, and then now that they're onto him and they have their own Unreal that technically competes with him as far as being a dirt sheet is concerned, they got their own internal. They got dirt sheets at home. Don't need to subscribe $10 a month. You have already got Netflix. Watch our dirt sheet. We produced it.
Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much. So, yeah, I mean, it is what it is, bro. Like at this point, like I think that we continue to hold the same opinion every time that we bring up the Wrestling Observer newsletter or Dave Meltzer. There's really no credibility left there.
Not him and Alvarez. Not like none at all. Alvarez is all bad takes now, and Dave is like, I think I maybe heard somewhere that possibly, and it's like, so is it yes or no? Because if it's no and if it's maybe, your guess is as good as mine, pal. Why does your guess cost $10 a month? I'll just wait till one of them British guys tells me what you said because they still pay you $10 a month, and then they're gonna tweet about it.
Right, 100%. You know what I mean? And I don't know, man. Like I don't want to drag Dave's audience and subscribers through the fucking paint, but like,
what are you doing?
Use your own brain, man.
At this point, I feel like you'll come up with you'll have a better educated guess than Dave will, because I feel like I predict more than half the things that happen in WWE, and like we can go back and watch, and you and I both we don't know shit. We're just
as long as you're not scripting like promos, we're good, because like your takes on promos sometimes, man, you're fucking the markiest of the mark.
I like what I like, okay? And I'm not going to apologize for it.
But I'm not asking you to apologize. I'm just going to sit here and call you a fucking mark because that's my job.
That is. I hope they pay you well. That's why you make the big bucks.
Yeah, allegedly. Allegedly.
Watch out for the Mickey Mouse is coming after but yeah, it's just because you're right, but it's fun. It is a fun thing to discuss. Hey, pal,
keep your name out of my fucking mouth, huh?
It's a fun thing to discuss, and like when he makes it so bad, it's like, how do we even discuss this? Because it's just like, no, wrong. I don't even know what was, but it wasn't that. Like, okay.
And then like this week, Meltzer and Bischoff are fucking Twitter beefing again, and it's like, guys, it's just wash, rinse, repeat with you two. Can we what? Why? What are we doing? What are we doing?
It's like in middle school when people get mad over. I like my Sony PlayStation. I like my Nintendo 64. Fuck you. Like that's really what we are. We're doing right.
Oh, come on, Game Sphere.
Uh-huh. Where's my Jaguar? Give me the Jaguar.
That's the beat the funky town.
Boop, 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 boop.
So you had alluded to this earlier. Injuries in WWE. I'm going to talk about a couple of them.
Everybody's fucking hurt.
First of all, I want to talk about Bianca Belair. who I think that most of us had expected to make her return at the Royal Rumble.
We did. We complained that it didn't happen.
Yeah, and then she sends out a fucking Facebook story or a
Yeah,
fucking
I saw it on
Instagram
Instagram. It was an
or an
Instagram.
Instagram story or some shit, apologizing for Montez Ford being fat now, and
She said she's been feeding him good.
said she's been feeding him good, and then she just subtly drops on the next story reel. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm having surgery on my finger tomorrow.
Finger surgery. She's been gone for like 12 calendar months.
We've not seen her since WrestleMania. She got hurt at WrestleMania.
Was it at? It was at WrestleMania. Okay, you're right. All right, so it's been 10 months. So we waited 10 months, and her finger still fell off, and now she's like, shit.
Well, that to me just sounds like the American medical insurance system at work, right? Like, just hang out for like 6 months, see if it fuses and it heals, and it, you just jammed it. It's not broken. It doesn't. You're good.
It might be okay.
And then it's like, oh well, that didn't work. Let's try physical therapy for the next 3 months. My bad, man. I'm sorry that didn't work. You know what? Let's go get those X-rays, see what we're working with. And then it's like, oh man, Bianca, I am so sorry. I hate to tell you this, but like, your finger, yeah, it's fucked. Like, that bitch is ready to fucking fall off. We're gonna have to do surgery. It's like, motherfucker, I told you I needed surgery in April.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing here? Costing me the prime of my career.
Yeah. 10 months.
That's what this feels like to me. It's either that, or she was just like, Montez isn't on the road. Let's, or maybe they filmed a bunch of their episodes of their reality show.
I mean, I think they definitely did that. I think that definitely happened. But I don't know. When I saw that today, I almost fell out of my chair. I was like, what the fuck? What? What do you mean she's having finger surgery tomorrow? Like, it's either that was from yesterday and it happened today, or it's literally happening tomorrow.
I think it was from yesterday and it's happening today, because I saw it yesterday.
Okay, so it happened today then. And they literally, I mean, I don't know what it takes to recover from. Hopefully the finger surgery recovery is not insanely long, 12 weeks, something like that. Not that that'll put her around for WrestleMania, but did Naomi have a baby yet? I haven't seen it, so I assume no.
I mean, I've not seen anything to that effect either, but there was some like internet rumors running around that like they were having some problems because because Jey Uso said in the middle of the ring, prayers up to Big Jim and Naomi, so like I don't know, maybe something happened with that. Like I don't know, right?
Yeah, I mean nobody said anything one way or the other. Hopefully all is well. Jimmy's been on TV just about every week, so it's not. He was just on tonight. So
well, I mean, they are the tag team champions.
They are the tag team champions, but I mean, they haven't taken it off of him either because he has been on TV with the belt every week. So, if it was that urgent, maybe they just send him home. But who knows? Hopefully all is well with them.
Yeah. So, I don't know, man. I just feel like this seems like it's been an incredibly long time to not have Bianca Belair back on TV.
Yeah, she is. We talk about Kevin Owens being missed. She is missed.
See, I don't live in that camp because I've been vocal and loud. She's a great in-ring talent. Her character is not for me, and quite honestly, when she's involved in major programs, I'm in the grown audience, just because her character development is not aimed at me. I'm an old fat white, and I am not just not what. She's a great in-ring talent, and she offers an awful lot of great quality matches, but from a character standpoint and a program standpoint, I don't give a fuck. I really, really don't.
Well, Evie
that's
would watch
not a
Evie
not a
would
knock
watch
on her.
wrestling when Bianca was on, and now Evie doesn't watch wrestling with me because is Bianca on? No. Oh, okay. No, she's still hurt. All right. Let me know when she's back. I get a lot of that.
Exactly. She's there for the young female audience to have their quote unquote Hulk Hogan or their Ultimate Warrior. She's just not aimed at me. And while I respect what she does inside the ropes, I just it's a hard pass for me. So I have not felt her absence as much as others have. However, I still think that there is a slight hole that the likes of Lyra Valkyria has stepped into, or maybe it's given Bailey some additional opportunities. It's given us the return of AJ Lee. It's given us the return of the Bella Twins. Not that anybody asked for that.
Nobody asked for that.
Certainly not me. But it's allowed Raquel Rodriguez to step into a larger role, to become a bigger deal. Stephanie Vaquer has been able to spread her wings and fly.
Stephanie got hurt and came back all in this time frame too. She twisted an ankle or something.
Yep. Her and Bianca not being an active in-ring competitor has cleared the way for other folks to step up into some major television time, into some major programs. Obviously, Lash Legend has been called up.
She's been really impressive. Lash Legend has been really impressive.
Whoa.
Whoa.
What is that all about? Heard. Okay. Sorry, work things.
Okay.
Did not see that one coming. Yeah, so I think that a lot of women have benefited from her absence. And I think that's okay.
I feel like, especially on SmackDown, they certainly could have used her. Raw, I think, has been good, but I think SmackDown has been lacking, certainly. And I think Jade Cargill has been struggling out there, although she did finally have her first title defense in like 100 days or something like that.
Well, I mean, she was the champion for 100 days, and her first title defense was on Friday.
102. Or
in what was a pretty good match.
Yeah, I thought it was good. I was like, we're going to beat Jordynne Grace already. They had been trading barbs back and forth for a couple weeks, so I knew it was coming. But, as soon as I saw it, I was kind of like, I'm going to let her beat Jordynne Grace already. But, they did. So, probably okay. I mean, I guess Jordynne just got called up. So to be called up and immediately be like number one contender, main event of SmackDown type of deal, it's like, that's pretty cool. And it was a good match.
It was a good match. Far better than I think that anybody expected Jade to have.
It was better than the rest of the show, that's for sure. Not that was.
No argument here. But I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what happens with Bianca and where we stand on that. So
they're just going to leave that title on Jade till Bianca comes back.
Because I think that everybody thought that was going to be the WrestleMania program, right? Bianca versus Jade.
I think they thought that was going to be the WrestleMania program.
And then here we are, almost a year later, and we're just having surgery today.
Yep. Well, quick recoveries to her. I hope it all goes really well.
Yeah, me too. Moving on to another major star on the other side, a large up-and-comer, one Braun Breaker.
A big dog. A
hernia surgery.
He done Braun braked himself.
Expected to miss WrestleMania during his recovery.
6 to 12 months.
If he ever returns at all.
Yeah. I guess he did it flipping that table?
That's what they're saying.
The commentary team said, we have breaking news right as like Raw started the following week, is that while training, Braun Breaker has has suffered a hernia, and he'll be out for the foreseeable future, or whatever, with no timeline for return or something like that. Whatever they say in that sort of like sports talky line that they don't have to use, but they like to use. Yeah, that's devastating. I mean, good Lord, he was the guy that they were like, first they were like, he's going to win the Rumble. And then it was like, oh, even we discussed ahead of time, like, it'd be better if he just kind of showed up and killed everybody in the Elimination Chamber. And then, like, the week that we said that, oh no, he said to have emergency hernia surgery and he'll be out for at least 6 months, if not forever. Like, holy shit, the guy's like 27 years old. It's insane.
It's not good. It's not good. I mean, and this will kind of segue us into the main event, even though I'm going to around it because there's something else that I feel like we need to touch on before we touch on the fragmented creative plans that are WrestleMania right now. This is a major hit for WrestleMania.
Yeah.
It's a major hit for Monday Night Raw. It's a major hit for WWE that Braun Breaker is not available.
Yeah. I mean, unless this is some sort of swerve, but it doesn't. It seems too random to be like, oh, it was a surprise. It was me all along. Like, it seems that seems too. It's like, I think that'll fall out like a wet fart if they do that. I think it's very much like, oh shit, like this is more sad and unfortunate than it is set up for a swerve,
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and if they do this with him, they're going to have zero credibility when it comes to major superstars being injured.
Yeah.
Because they've already done that with Seth Rollins with the, portraying it to be a shoot, and then it was a work, and it was, a lot of backlash from that. Not that they care, but, because at the end of the day, like, it's all, you don't ever know what to believe. It feels like these days, especially now that they have their own, like you called it, their own dirt sheet with Unreal. Almost feels like even watching Unreal, it's like,
are you sure? I don't think I think you're pulling my leg. I think that's bullshit.
And like, I'm here for it, man. I'm here for them to blur the lines between what's real and what's created, right? It definitely makes wrestling fun again. But at the same point in time, it's just like, well, what are we doing here?
Yeah, there's a little bit of like calling their bluff, but also like because they've sort of blurred those lines again with like, here's our dirt sheet. Is it real? Is it not? They've sort of reintroduced kayfabe in a kayfabe is dead sort of world. So it's interesting to see, and it's like, how far can they really take it? But so far, I mean, it hits more than half the time. We'll put it that way. I'm not saying it's like, oh, they knocked it so great all the time. It's like more than half the time. It seems to be like, or could it be? And then sometimes it ends up being like, we all booked the secret episode of Stranger Things, and it never happened. So I do appreciate a good swerve, though.
For sure.
We've got a few, so.
For sure. But, it's just one of those things, man. And, I mean, T's and P's to Braun Breaker.
Yeah, for sure.
Hopefully he is, if he is actually hurt, that he's able to make a speedy and full recovery, because he has plenty of wrestling life ahead of him.
Well, he's a genetic freak. He's got freaks 8 days a week. And, he's got a 33rd and a 3rd% chance of maybe coming back before SummerSlam. But if you take his 33rd% chance and Samoa Joe, he knows he can't beat him. So you add 66 and a 6.6% chance to Kurt Angle's chance. Well, I got 124%. He's got 124% chance of being back by SummerSlam.
And that, my friends, is Steiner math.
Exactly.
Hey, real quick before I kind of go into the rest area and talk about legacy, and then we circle back and talk about WWE WrestleMania creative fucking just being in the shitter. Um, yeah, I totally forgot what I was going to talk about.
Something about legacy.
No, it was before that. I had another little sidebar. Um, I don't know. It doesn't matter.
We should talk about WrestleMania.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Sure is. So is tequila, apparently. The bottom shelf stuff.
Ricochet says that his 5 years on WWE's main roster
Right, him.
tarnished his legacy,
Right.
and that AEW made him find love for wrestling. Ricochet said that Thanos snaps and there was like 5 year blip of people that were just gone. I literally think that's how I put Ricochet's wrestling career. Those 5 years that was just like blipped away into a different universe, and it just wasn't what I was doing. It wasn't me. Coming to AEW, finding that love, it's like when Tony Stark finally defeated Thanos and all the people came back. And that's kind of how I feel like Ricochet finally came back to what he was doing. I completely changed the public's image of Ricochet and who Ricochet was. I'm talking specifically the wrestling side of it. That 5 years really tarnished Ricochet's wrestling legacy.
I don't see how. He had a pretty good run in WWE. He was the Intercontinental title. He was the Intercontinental champ. He was the what's the middle belt in NXT? The
North American
champ. He had a ton of good matches. Had a ton of big spots with big people.
He challenged Brock Lesnar for the WWE Universal Championship.
Challenged Brock Lesnar. Yeah, you got a WWE. Yeah, he hasn't gotten. And I mean, it's only been 2 years. Yeah, but he hasn't gotten an AEW title shot yet. I don't know. I mean, part of me thinks that like he just does this. That he's doing the Bret Hart thing. Part of me thinks he's just doing this to like sort of, get himself some heat online. Sort of just poke the bear, so to speak, a little bit. But if he's being like 100% serious on this, which I don't think that he is. I think that he's just dumb. Like he's just being dumb because like he wouldn't be. Nobody gave a shit about Ricochet before he was on WWE TV. Nobody gave a shit. Yeah, sure, it was probably cool to see him in a middle school gym at some point, but nobody gave a shit until he showed up on NXT and was treated like a big deal. And then he showed up on the WWE main roster. It wasn't treated as big of a deal, but the guy was on TV every week. Go out there and do something spectacular. The announce teams put him over every single step of the way, the whole single way. And they even wrote him off TV in a kind of noble manner. They had Braun Breaker smash him through a car, which was awesome, right? He's injured indefinitely. It was awesome. It was one of the biggest spots of that night. They didn't bury him. They gave him everything. He was fighting them the whole time and it just got smashed through the car. It was probably as good of a send-off as anybody's really got, getting to kind of kick off a big angle and kind of, ignite a big star on your way out at like it.
The only other person I can think of in recent memory that got that kind of send-off, got written off of TV, was Jon Moxley.
Yeah. He was the last one to, get written off like that. And he's, to his credit, basically passed the torch to Drew. I thought, I don't know what Mox's whole thing is, especially on his exit. It seemed like he kind of got to do what he wanted to do on his way out a little bit. And can kind of go out on his back, which I thought his exit was great, which is why when he showed up in AEW it was great, and then he did top guy shit in AEW for a little while, and then he reverts back to not necessarily always doing top guy shit, but yeah, like he got that like just straight up, hey, this guy is a big deal, and we're gonna show you why this other guy that's gonna beat him up's also a big deal. Like you're not. That means nothing if fucking Braun Breaker does that to Akira Tozawa, you know.
I agree.
And
I agree.
that's what he's talking about. Is that like he's like he was treated like he's Akira Tozawa. He's not. Also, Tozawa's on TV every week, so Ricochet's not even on TV every week. He should be because he's good, but sometimes
Well, it's because he's bald.
yeah, that's why. The only guys that are on TV every week have hair, except John Moxley, but everybody else has hair, and not Wheeler Yuta anymore because they shaved him on Saturday.
Oh, well, that's good.
I mean, he hadn't cut his own hair in a long time, so it was time.
Seems like it was time. So, yeah, I don't agree with that at all. And like you said, I think that he's just trying to get a little bit of heat for himself and keep himself relevant, whatever it may be.
It was an off week. I don't think he was on TV last week. It was an off week for him. I didn't watch Collision, but I don't think he was on TV.
So there's that. So I want to go ahead and let's just go ahead and get into the meat and potatoes here. There is a bunch of rumors going around that there's a ton of internal criticism headed Triple H's way as far as him keeping changing the WrestleMania plans like Vince used to do. This quote comes from Meltzer's, but they have a plan and then they change the plan and everything is up in the air because of the feeling that the attendance advance is down. And then this popped up a couple of days ago. This was Friday. It said Triple H is scrapping the WrestleMania 42 card due to bad ticket sales. The decline in ticket sales was said to be the reason the entire card is being evaluated, combined with many in creative having different opinions on direction. There was frustration because they had a game plan in place and it was then changed to a new game plan, and now we could and likely will have other changes. One person involved noted that at this point they really should be sticking to the plans because the plans are good. The reality is the ratings declines are largely based on loss of cable homes and changes at Nielsen and live attendance.
I mean, look, we talked about this all year last year, and I think they're reaping what they sowed now that John Cena's gone. They had John Cena, people wanted to see him, so people were ready to pay, pay their life savings for a ticket. Well, now you don't have John Cena anymore, and CM Punk's not John Cena, and CM Punk's not on his CM Punk retirement tour, and it's just not. You're not going to pay the same $300 for the nosebleed seat to, watch LA Knight get beat or Finn Balor get beat week in, week out. It's just not the way. You got a ton of injuries too, which I'm sure are not helping their WrestleMania card. I'm sure Braun Breaker was on it. Well, he ain't now. I bet they kind of probably had Bianca Belair penciled in there somewhere. Well, she's not there now. Dom Mysterio's been hurt. I assume they haven't stripped him of the title, so I assume he'll be back soon. But, no Dom is like, you're missing out on prime storyline stuff because Dom's entertaining as hell and can be involved, but he can't be involved in a storyline if he's not on TV week in, week out. And there was about a solid month-ish period that would have been really important because it was the month right after he won his title back from John Cena. And he still hasn't wrestled. He's just there. He's going to wrestle. Pierce tonight is like having a triple threat match or something to be the number one contender for the Intercontinental title. And I guess the El Grande Americanos are going to be in that match. But it's one of those things where it just seems like, okay, they don't have John Cena, so people aren't going to shell out that kind of cash. Those prices are still sky fucking high. We're a lot poorer this year. I don't know if anybody else noticed, but the price of everything went up like 20%. So wrestling ticket money I maybe used to have to spend $80 or so to go see a wrestling show. Well, now that show costs $200, and I don't have that $80 either. So guess who's watching wrestling at home? I mean, SmackDown particularly, I think, has suffered by not having any streaming at all. So nobody knows, you don't see Cody Rhodes ever because he's on Friday. Well, unless you pay for cable, which nobody does anymore, you don't see Cody Rhodes because you can't just put it on Peacock on Saturday or pull it up on Hulu unless you have the Hulu Live TV. It's not the same. It's like half the product nobody sees except for the week. And they're fucking up. They fucked up with this ESPN deal. I'm telling you right now that ESPN Plus is fucking hard to use. Wrestling fans are not young people who can figure things out. I mean, the millennials, yes, we're fine. We can do it. But like older guys are like, fuck this ESPN Plus. I don't understand how this works. It can get fucked. Or they're just sneaking the back way in and using a VPN, which is a lot easier than the ESPN Plus app, by the way, and watching it on Netflix. So, I think they've got a lot of stuff working against them. And going into this, you and I talked about this. Yeah, sure, their ticket prices are up and up and up and up. And we did the best gates ever. But they're going to reap what they sow at some point. They've priced out their fan. They've priced out their fan base. They've priced out the families. And especially now with all this, the ESPN Plus and the SmackDown just being on USA, it's like $100 a month to have cable. And if all you're going to watch is watching SmackDown worth $100 a month? I don't think so. I mean, SmackDown $100 show every month, is that the way to go? What if that's the only thing you're going to watch on basic cable because you don't care to sit and watch reruns of the Jersey Shore or the Golden Girls or whatever? Like, they've sort of shot themselves in the foot. They went to grab the golden goose, and then when it didn't happen the year after, and people are like, hey, how come these numbers aren't going up this year? It's like, well, because we blew our load last year. We gotta readjust these prices. We gotta readjust all of this. We gotta pull it back down. Well, WrestleMania is coming up. You can't do that. And they retired John Cena in December, which means everything they had been working on for 2025. He left in December, and now you got the hodgepodge of stuff. Braun Breaker being hurt, he was a big reason for the last the last 6 months. He was a big player on TV. You don't get back some people that you thought you were going to get back. Dom Mysterio goes out again. You kind of miss some WrestleMania time with him because he's rehabbing an injury, so he hasn't been able to kind of build up a storyline. I mean, he may now moving forward, but I mean, God, they had him. He beat John Cena for the Intercontinental title. He just holding the title that he beat John Cena for. You don't think they've been wanting to parade Dom Mysterio out there and have him talk about that? I think this Gunther retiring people thing is good, but kind of leaves Gunther out on an island by himself because what old guy is he going to beat at WrestleMania? Chris Jericho, are we excited about that? He just beat John Cena. Are we excited about him beating an older, more crippled-looking Chris Jericho? I don't know. Randy Orton maybe, but even then, is that what we want to see? We'll just put them on an island by themselves. It's a hard, I think it's a hard ticket to swallow, especially if it's like, well, last year you got to see John Cena at WrestleMania, and this year for $100 more, you get to not see John Cena at WrestleMania. But we got Roman Reigns and CM Punk, which I do think will sell tickets. I do think that's a big marquee card right there. And I thought was great. If WrestleMania doesn't do the toppest of numbers, it's doing more numbers now that Roman and Punk have gone out there and Roman announced to Punk why he hates him. But I don't think Cody Rhodes is helping anybody right now. And maybe he doesn't have to. I mean, he's carried everything on his back for the last 2 years. Jey Uso is not helping anybody right now. All the guys who they sort of, put all their eggs in the basket for are really not selling tickets. And I think that a lot of that's their fault because they focused so hard on John Cena and they thought they had The Rock, and then they didn't have The Rock. And, Travis Scott backed out of everything too because he was like, this shit's hard. I don't want to do this. That's what Logan Paul said. And, so they've kind of had to go and scramble and use the masked man gimmick twice in a row this year already. And so it's like, what I get it. Like, it makes sense. It seems like they kind of kneecap themselves by just assuming that, after we retire John Cena, everything's going to be just fine. And we're not gonna lose any of this fan base. They're just gonna stick around for not John Cena after he leaves, and that was just not the case. And I think their WrestleMania attendance is gonna see it. Um, I kind of like the chaos. It kind of feels less predictable if they're like trying to shuffle things up. I don't think I'd have had Roman and CM Punk on the card as the main event, but now I'm like, that's kind of something I want to see, especially after seeing that last promo. I don't know that they're going to find uh, heavyweight title contenders or a heavyweight title match that's going to feel very good. When's Money in the Bank? That could make all of this interesting, I guess. It usually does.
It's usually after WrestleMania.
Oh, you're right. It is after. They
In
used to do it
June.
during, which is what I'm thinking about. But yeah, when is
Pretty sure it's usually in June.
It's oh man, it's not till September. Sunday, September 6th.
What?
Yeah. Well, no. Okay. So we got. So it better be one hell of an elimination chamber. That better be one hell of an elimination chamber.
I mean, and I think you're absolutely right, and it's just, yeah, attendance is down. Who's got fucking $20,000 to spend on fucking tickets? I mean, what wrestling fan do you know has that kind of money laying around that they can go to WrestleMania? Um, they've definitely priced out their fan, and it's like SmackDown's coming to Pittsburgh here next month, I think, and nosebleeds that we used to get for fucking $45, $55 are like 300, and I'm not doing it, man.
I think the lowest ticket price that I saw, I looked the day it went on, was like $92 all in, and yeah, it was those nosebleeds. Which, by the way, seeing WWE live is not the great. Like it's a better experience on television. It's not a great experience.
Well, it's a television show.
Especially not up in the nosebleeds. It is not a better experience. And that's part of the other problem too, is that like, it's a better television show if that's a big full room of people. But I don't know. I told Ashley I'm gonna wait until the day before because it's a Friday, so I'm gonna wait until Thursday and I'll probably call you. And if there's tickets that are in a decent spot for like no, because that's what happened last time they were in Pittsburgh. Like the day before, I think we did get some snow. Like the day there were like tickets for like $9. Although I think it was the holiday tour, but still it had like Cody Rhodes and all kind of big names were there. And tickets ended up being like $9. So if tickets come down the night before and there's some pretty good ones for a small chunk of change, I'll probably call you and be like, "Am I buying tickets right now? They're $45. What are we doing?"
Yeah, I mean, and that's where we're at, right? Like, I don't. It's just, to me, it's not good business, man. And it's like,
No.
I'm not surprised. And then you add in the fact that everything's so up in the air, and it feels disconnected and it feels wonky.
Feels like they hit walls is what it feels like. It feels like they start going somewhere and then that has to pivot for one reason or another. Some of it seems to be injury, whether it's short term or long term. But they got Seth Rollins is down too, and which is again something we haven't even said. But I know he's sort of the like they've got him on ESPN every day, so he's the guy's still earning his paycheck. But I'm sure he was a guy who they were sure was going to be a big part of it. And he may still be, but he doesn't get to be out here telling stories. He may be a man in a mask, although I think that's been 3 different people at this point.
Yeah, for sure. So I don't know. I guess it's just really a situation of hurry up and wait. I do feel like as we get closer to WrestleMania will sell out. It is WrestleMania. But they're gonna have to make some adjustments to their pricing, and this is the TKO effect in full force here, and the thought process of, we're touring this show all over the world now, so even these domestic shows are far and few between, like. You're paying for an experience that you don't that doesn't happen every day type of mentality just isn't going to work in the long term.
No, and it's
And it's
we're a
pushing
year,
more and more fans to AEW
or
because
just
it's
off.
yeah.
I mean, you could, if theoretically, if you really wanted to, you could watch 20 minutes of YouTube clips every week, and you could have all of wrestling covered in 20 minutes, and you only spent 20 minutes watching. And you can watch when you have time, but like that's really all you need to like be a wrestling fan who's pretty relatively well informed.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's facts on that. So there's plenty of recap shows and highlight reels, and
WWE does great. WWE does them. Theirs are great.
and that's
AEW does great Instagram reels too. By the way, you can watch half a pay-per-view while it's on, just on Instagram reels.
and that's the world we live in now. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how all of that takes shape and what happens moving forward. Like I said, I do think that WrestleMania will sell out just because it is WrestleMania, but it's going to be down to the wire. And even if it doesn't sell out, we'll never fucking know about it until WrestleMania night happens and they show all the blacked out fucking seats. And
I agree. I do think it'll sell out. Whether those tickets sell out at full MSRP or not is yet to be determined. But I assume most of them will. They may have to give away some nosebleeds, but I assume most of the tickets are going to sell out.
It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. So I guess we'll just hurry up and wait. We'll stay tuned. We'll continue to invest into the shit show and see what happens. Never say never in the wrestling business.
Mm-hmm. It might all come together. Hopefully it does.
Well, Tom, that brings us to the most important part of our night. One final piece of business. The internet famous One Fall WrestleCast.
According to AI, we're world famous.
Match of the week.
Oh, sorry.
My
match of the week was Tommaso Ciampa versus Kyle Fletcher.
Also, my match of the week.
Well, it was one of those matches that, like, as soon as they announced it, it's like, okay, I did really want to see this. Like, he was the first person I thought. In fact, when he walked out to Mark Briscoe, I think I said this last time we talked about it. I think when he walked out and Mark Briscoe was like, really? We're going to fucking put him with Mark Briscoe? Okay, that's a bunch of bullshit. Kyle Fletcher's on this card. I think that's what I said. Kyle Fletcher's on this roster. Well, here we go. Week 2. Ciampa, Kyle Fletcher did not disappoint. It was what I wanted Tony to do. I expected him to tease me a little bit more than he did. But I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm a sucker for a title change, although they beat a guy I like. The week after they had, not even the week, was it Saturday to? No, there was a week between. But yeah, it was. It wasn't. It was less than 2 weeks. That's for sure. 2 weeks would have been Saturday. They beat him in 10 days. So I guess good for him being on there and getting to have the match with Kyle Fletcher that we all wanted. Let's be fair. But now I just hope he's not a shiny toy. But at least this match was cool. Yeah,
I enjoyed it. I thought it was very well paced. I thought that they both gave a great effort. Disappointed that Ciampa lost, but at the same point in time, Kyle Fletcher is your future. I thought it was overall, it was a pretty damn good match.
It was better. I'm glad they went around about it as roundabout and as quick of a way as they did it. I'm glad they went around and didn't have Mark Briscoe get beat by Kyle Fletcher. I feel like that would have been like, okay, whatever, who cares, right? It would have just been another who cares kind of thing. But right. Because it was like, hey, this guy's new and he's a former WWE talent and, he's going to fit here great, and immediately comes in, cuts a great promo, takes a belt from him, and then cuts another good promo. And then has a great match with their new top guy, or the guy who will soon be their new top guy, and drops the belt unfortunately for him, but still has a great match. I think speaks volumes about him and for him. So hopefully they keep using him. Maybe not as as erratic of a matter. Maybe you let him get involved in a storyline that takes more than 5 minutes of promo time. Let them talk week in, week out, and attack each other. And I don't know how much longer is Gargano in the WWE. We're gonna let them do that.
I don't think very long.
Yeah, we're gonna let them do Ciampa versus Gargano 3.0.
I mean, and by all accounts, it seems like Gargano and Candice are headed to AEW when this contract expires.
Yeah, that's what I take from the Gargano laying on tables. Although the one table did say NXT. I didn't watch NXT last week. He might show up tomorrow, but if he ends up on NXT, I'll be like, oh, that's kind of interesting. So I guess we'll see what happens.
Yeah. So, definitely my match of the week also. No arguments there. I thought it was a pretty decent week in ring across all the shows. SmackDown was a little bit of a letdown, like we said.
It wasn't that the matches were bad. It was just that it was booked terribly. It was like, what are we doing here? Okay, Cody Rhodes is going to beat Jacob Fatu. All right. I mean, I guess, if Cody loses the chamber or whatever, and Jacob wasn't going to win the chamber in the first place, maybe it doesn't matter. If Cody wins that elimination chamber, I don't know. I hope Jacob Fatu fucks him over in the chamber, and that's probably what's going to happen. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, I mean, I think they missed a golden opportunity to strap the rocket to Jacob Fatu and put him in a situation where he can go after Drew and do some big business. But that's neither here nor there. We are not the powers that be. We're just fans that have been very loud and very proud in saying that we are not going to pay to play your game TKO.
Nope.
So, all right. Well, hey, man, if you're still hanging out with us, man, we appreciate you. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Maybe even consider subscribing. We would greatly appreciate it. You can check us out over on Twitter and Instagram at @1_fall WC. That's ONE. And as always, thanks for hanging out. It's all love. We'll catch you next week. One Fall WrestleCast. Oh, friend of the show, Pat